Bro, I was on Threads the other day and I seen this post where they said, this is Naruto every time the Rasengan don't work. That shit had me dying, bro. I had to share it with y'all. Alright, let's get into the video, man. Brother, I just did a beat review the other day and man, there were actually a lot of bangers. Like, y'all genuinely had me impressed in that bitch. But bro, the bad beats were bad. Like, bad. Down bad word legit. This shit was tragic. And besides mix, the main thing I noticed was really bad 808s, which is terrible because most of the issues had really simple fixes. So let's go over the 5 common mistakes I noticed and how you can avoid them in your beats. Now, the first one really blew me because, like, where the fuck are y'all finding these goofy ass 808 samples from, gang? Look, I'ma keep it simple. Use 808 samples from the 16 drum kit and the centerfold drum kit. If you want some fire drums for free, definitely check out my free 7-kit bundle using the first link in the description. It comes with the 16 drum kit and it will instantly improve your sound quality and overall sound selection. I use that a lot, but my go-to is really the centerfold drum kit, which is comprised of sounds from my placements and most viral beats. It's sort of like all my battle-tested sounds in one place. But it won't matter if you're using the best 808 samples in the world, like from the centerfold drum kit, if your notes are out of key. This isn't really an issue if you can put things in key by ear, like that's what I always do, so I never really care if 808s are like key labeled or anything like that. But I didn't realize that the ability to do this is rare amongst producers, so if you can do it, let me know down in the comments and give yourself a pat on the back because you've got a highly desired skill. But if you can't do it and you run into a situation where you don't know the key of your 808s or you can't key your 808 patterns to your melody, here's the solution. Detect pitch and then pitch correct your 808 so your bassline melodies are in key. And if you can't lay basslines in key by ear, use an app or a software to find the key of your melody so you can program the right notes in your 808 patterns.
So there's this thing that happens when you play the sample and it just repeats over and over again and it's so annoying, right? Trash, right? So here's how we fix that. Go to the sample in your channel rack, click it, boom. This first tab right here called sample settings, boom. Turn off loop points. We hate loop points. Damn loop points. Turn them off. Come back to your thing and boom. It's like magic, bro. Magic.
To detect the pitch of your 808, just open its channel to the sample settings tab, right click it, select edit in audio editor, click this little flag icon and then select detect pitch regions. Whatever key the majority of your sample in is the key. And if you ever see something like this where there's a different key right at the beginning, that's just the kick transient of the sample. It's not the key of the overall 808. And you can pitch correct that using FL Studio's built-in pitch corrector, NuTone, same as if multiple spots of the 808 were in different keys for some odd reason, but it's not really that common of a thing to see, and all of that is a bit outside what we're here to do, so let's just move on. Once you do find the key of your 808, go to the envelope instrument settings tab in the channel and right click the note corresponding to the key of your 808. And you want to try to do that in the 4 or 5 octave range if you can. We detected that this 808 is in the key of B, so let's right click that, and now your 808 is tuned to C. Now you just need to find the key of your sample, and there's tons of ways to do this. Me personally, I just play the audio off my speakers and use this app called AutoKey to find the key. So I'll play this sample from my boy Piku's InfraRealm loop kit, which is free by the way, so hit the link in the description to grab that ASAP. And as we can see from AutoKey, the sample is in G minor, which Piku actually does have labeled. I just renamed the file for this demonstration. Anyways, now we can program our 808 pattern. But as you can see, just because your 808 is in key doesn't mean you'll program a good sounding pattern. Like bro, the amount of 1-2 buckle my shoe ass patterns I was hearing in the last beat review is insane. Brother, this needs to stop. Just build your fucking 808 patterns from the traditional bounce. Please, for the love of God. We've all heard it before and it goes like this. Once you get good at making hard beats with this pattern, then you can begin to spice it up a little bit like this. probably noticed an issue at this point. For my more adept programmers, yes, I know it's happening. I had to let it so I could get to my next point. And for my less advanced 808 Padawans, notice how one 808 sort of bleeds into the next as they play. This, if you did not know, is a major no-no, and it makes your beats sound like dog shit. So first off, you need to start noticing if and when this happens in your beats so you can correct for it. Then you need to know how to actually correct for it. Use the cut itself function in the channel rack to prevent your 808s from bleeding into each other. Just right click the sample and select cut itself. And you'll know you did it right because the check mark is going to be highlighted. Aren't bleeding anymore. From this point, you're better than most producers if you get this far, but that doesn't mean your 808 still can't suck. You've got to be able to take things to the next level to make your 808 pattern stand out when the situation calls for it. Learn to get surgical with your 808s by setting the envelope and using slide notes. First, set the envelope of your 808 so you can control how long they play with the note lengths. Just go to the envelope instrument settings tab in the channel and turn all of these knobs down except for the hold, which you turn all the way up. Now instead of your 808 ringing off after the note plays, you can control how long it plays with how long the note is. And to slide your notes, double click one and then select this triangle bubble. Then place it above or below the note you want to slide from, like this. So now that our envelope is set, let's use some slide notes to spice up this 808 pattern. Hard 808 patterns will take you a long way, trust me, but how far you can go with them depends on how good your overall drum programming technique is. That's what separates the decent 808 users from the greats. If you want to learn how to improve your drum programming so that your 808s are even better, check out this video here.